Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James and today I'm going to be breaking down the brand new 1.3 trailer. What I'm going to be doing is pausing it and talking about everything that I can see that looks new or is at least interesting enough to talk about. So let's stop here for the first bit. It seems like we've got this brand new crate that's been flung out, as you can see. Like, look at it, it looks like it's got like a sailor ship. It also looks a bit crimson-y. As you can tell, the guy who's fishing is actually in the crimson biome. And that's about it for that real scene that I can really tell. There isn't vanity already. One thing that we did see in that prior scene was also smoke coming from the thing. So the light prospers. Now let's talk about this. It seems like we have a brand new trophy there at the bottom, which looks really awesome. We also see this guy in the bottom right who just seems to be wearing some kind of new armor, or maybe it's just a dyed version of an old one. But it looks pretty good. We see lots of new vanity and stuff in this, like the new actual, like, it looks like a new fountain in the middle, which looks pretty nice. And some of this, like, new grassy kind of thing that looks pretty nice. So here's where we get onto the bulk of things. We see this guy attacking this bat. I have a little bit of a theory about this. I don't think it's actually the player. I feel like the player is the person in the bottom right, but I think that's an NPC who is using an attack. Like what we saw in the spoiler a few weeks ago, I feel like that's the case. So let's continue. Okay, so here we see that this person is riding a brand new slime mount, or at least a new custom version of it, and it looks pretty good. It looks like the person has also used the new dye feature to dye their pet, which looks pretty nice. We can also see some kind of cool stuff going on in that little house there, some little like fire trees that look really nice, but nothing more notable there. But darkness grows. Okay, so that was pretty cool. We just saw a guy riding across with this brand new mount, firing a laser in this what looks to be brand new armor. How cool is that? Let's continue. Okay, so this is one of the spoilers that we've been looking at for months now. It just seems to be like cultists, you know, outside of a dungeon. Maybe they just take inhabitants there once in a while. Okay, so it's looking pretty ominous. Explore and conquer new lands. So this is our new land. So this area here, I'm not sure what biome it's called, but it has a very nice purple theme, and it seems to have loads of enemies going with it. And as you can see on the left, well sorry, the right of the screen, you'll see this guy who's throwing things at the enemies. I think this is part of another NPC. And as you can see here, this guy is, if we pause, he's using a brand new armor, which looks like a dinosaur armor, and he's throwing spears. Maybe this is a brand new kind of spear. Maybe that dino armor is linked to that new kind of spears. But you can see he's fighting what looks to be, let's see, they're called granite elementals. I'm guessing that this is the granite biome then. And he was using a yo-yo there at one point, I think. Okay, so this is the new NPC. And he's talking about some things that people will believe that are thrown at him. Yeah, I'm guessing is an NPC to do with throwing. And we saw a little glimpse of the yo-yo just there. Okay, so this seems to be enemies wearing that armor that we saw in the previous part of the trailer. There also seems to be a new enemy there, and the areas where you get gold chests just seem to be a little bit revamped. And this whole area is white, so I'm guessing this is marble to go with granite. It's probably the case. As you can see here, the guy's throwing more stuff. This is probably the marble or the granite like biome, maybe in hard mode, maybe? Yeah, it probably is, because as you can see, he's using some hard mode stuff here. If I pause it here, he seems to be wrecking it with this new blasty kind of thing. It looks cool. Defend against new invaders. Now this is really cool. I really like this. This is part of the pirate invasion, and if I just pause, it's basically a pirate ship that lingers above and just drops bombs. So it makes the fight a little bit more harder, because one of the things that have been troubling with this battle is that it's too easy. So if we stop here as well, we can see that this person has lots of stuff equipped on the right. And it's like a clear moon, it's a new moon, you know, it's got its fishing power, the chance of enemy spawn rate, lots of good, helpful stuff. I imagine this is going to be one of them big accessories again. We can also see that he's using a Hellfire yo-yo, which is probably Hell tier. Although he's fighting the solar eclipse, so maybe he's just using it a little bit after. We can also see he's got some brand new things he's hot by. Seems to have something to do with the Eye of Cthulhu on the 5th tab. Obviously we can tell that there's some brand new vanity and exclusive stuff just there on the left, and it looks pretty nice. And let's continue onwards. And here is obviously the new solar event enemies, the Mothron. Okay, so at this stage he's defending, well he's fighting what seems to be a goblin invasion, although the enemies look a little bit different. Maybe they've been slightly resprited. As you can see here, he's using that hex doll that we saw in one of the other spoilers, and he's riding around on a unicorn, and he just looks badass, doesn't he? But yeah, this is the Goblin Invasion. Okay, so here is the Martian Madness. This is going to be one event. We don't see the moon present in this spoiler, but we do see lots of new enemies, as you can see. Like, as that person has built on the right, it's a pretty cool UFO. There's a Meowma being used, there's this new weapon, lots of cool stuff going on in this. Like, what else can you say? Challenge yourself in expert mode, so this is the brand new mode that we're getting. Here you'll see a brand new attack pattern for the Eye of Cthulhu, so I'm guessing that all bosses have a new attack pattern. And there's the Dryad defending himself, just like in my prediction a few months ago. This is the new Skeletron fight, and as you can see, there's a nurse throwing stuff in the bottom, and he just seems to move his head a lot more, it seems. So in this stage, if I just pause at a little bit different time, the person seems to be using what is Bouncy Dynamite. Really awesome. As you can tell, what it's doing is it's bouncing up in the air and hitting the Eater of Worlds. That way it's not destroying the world. It's also using a slime mount, which is being able to shot upon using the bee's knees, which is the bow that we showed. And he's dyed everything pink. Looks very, very cool. Okay, we'll let that play out. It looks very awesome. Looks pretty hard. Okay, so this is the new challenging Pigron, and Pigron's really hard anyway. And you'll see here that he actually drops the treasure bag. Pretty interesting. I imagine this will be client based, so if a person gets a treasure bag on multiplayer, they'll all get a treasure bag. Okay, so take on the Ancient Evils. As we can see here, we seem to have this cultist absorbing something, and we seem to have this new event pop up. As you can tell, it's got lots of different colours, throwing lots of different shapes, and we've got that moon in the background there. Okay, let's have a little quick screenshot of this. The person here seems to be using a brand new hook. Oh no, he's using a weapon called the Solar Eruption. He's also got a pole gun on his hotbar. Lots of new enemies that I can't really talk about because they're new enemies and I don't know what they are. But this thing called the Solar Pillar looks very, very cool. Lots of new features and items. Customized like never before. So this, as you can see, is the person dyeing everything. And checking out the camera mode. Wow, it looks really cool. All these new achievements like throw a yo-yo, kill Tim. I really like this. And this is just a rehash of the video that we saw, but it goes pretty nice with the trailer. And cloud integration, Steam integration, 800 new items. That's a fantastic number, isn't it? And one of my favourites, the portal gun. Yeah, look at that. Look at Yeremir. Oh, he's looking awesome. Man, you did such a good job on this trailer. And a nice little cameo from Red there. But there you go, there's Terraria 1.3. There's just my little analogy and breakdown of it all. I'm sure that there's lots of stuff that I missed, but that's really the main important bits. It's nice to sit and just break things down for you guys. I'm really pumped. Are you guys pumped? Just 1 week ahead. Oh god, it's going to be so awesome. So thank you all for watching. My name is James, and make sure to click that subscribe button if you've never watched me before. I do lots of Terraria videos, and I'm going to do lots more. This is the one-stop place to be for Terraria 1.3. Trust me on that, guys. You guys are going to love what I'm doing. So I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Peace.